on the corner panel. That's going to pull the 17 off the 21.
It separates them. White flag. One more time around at Talladega.
Eric Jones to the inside here.
Jones is now going to push the 21. Now it's a matter of how long. The Wood brothers and Matt DiBenedetto out front at Talladega.
No organization right now.
Look at this outside line.
Oh, we got a car in the wall in the back straightaway. Cody Ware. Here comes the 17 and the 24. They're going to try to block.
Eric
in
gets
the
up into the wall. Now the 24, a big run. He slides. They make more contact. 3 wide as they come out of 4.
Hamlin to the inside. Side draft coming from the 24 car.
Denny Hamlin. William Byron through the tri-oval coming up to the stripe. And as they go across the stripe, a photo finish. Denny Hamlin gets the nod by 23 one-thousandths of a second.
No way.
Clearly, Hamlin gets...
Yeah, he gets forced down there. That 17 had come down the racetrack.
He does, but then he goes and he advances his position to these 2 cars, or at least get side by side. Well, this is a tough call for NASCAR.
Sure is.
Because normally we think about this rule being on the straight. We don't ever think about the double yellow line rule being in the corner.
I mean, if you're getting forced down below the line, that's it. Does that end Denny's race at that moment? His race is over. He can't continue to compete.
NASCAR has said the 11 is the winner. So Denny Hamlin can celebrate his 44th career win. It ties Bill Elliott for 18th all-time.
Denny, I got to ask you about the pass for the win. You had to go below the yellow line. Were you aware that you'd kind of been forced down there, and the take on that, going below the yellow line to be able to make the pass for the win?
Yeah, well, they were crashing in front of us, so it was, you know, obviously I got forced down there just like I think the 21 and others did. So, yeah, there was a bunch of us that all crashed down there.
In this process, you tie your hero, Bill Elliott. How much does that mean to you, Denny?
So much. I mean, he was my childhood hero growing up, and so that's why I've always been number 11, to be honest, is the days he was running for Junior Johnson. So just an amazing day.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin with an unexpected win, as he called it. And once again, Dave, he beats Matt DiBenedetto, who I know is so disappointed.
Yeah, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to be. In this situation, NASCAR has penalized the 21 and the 9. The 21 being penalized for forcing the 24 below the double yellow line. He does it right there. So that will put him at the back of the lead lap car. So he will go all the way back to, it looks like it'll be 22nd, possibly, as well as the 9 of Chase Elliott also went below the double yellow line.
Yeah, I got a great idea for everybody. How about we just get rid of the yellow line rule? Nobody really wants to see the races come down to these type of decisions, and I don't think it's going to crash more cars than we crashed today. So, you know, it's kind of frustrating to have to make these decisions. I know NASCAR doesn't want to be put in this position, so let's just get rid of it get rid of it from here on out. Just let these guys race it out, at least in the last few laps. They're going down there below the yellow line anyways. It takes everybody sort of out of the position of having to make these type of calls because it's not fun. But definitely kind of agree with the decision they made as per the rule and how it's written. But we could just get rid of it altogether. Be great with me.
Sit back there. Keep splitting your air up.
Into 3 and 4. There's still
give us too much room on the bottom.
Quapple with an extremely strong truck as he goes through 4. As he comes out of turn number 4, he will see the checkered flag. And Travis Quapple trying to hold
Here we go. Look at Jack
side by side. Jack Sprague will win at Daytona.
Jack Sprague made the move. Rick Yardy will follow him home.
Unbelievable finish. It looked as though Travis Quapple would hold it up. And 3 wide again. Travis Quapple finished second or third in that finish. A big shove by Johnny Benson. We're riding along actually with the Goodyear blimp. Take a look at that. Across the start-finish line, Sprague, and then the 23 of Johnny Benson split the Ford.
Michael, you talk about it. You have to have friends here. Jack Sprague had a big friend in Johnny Benson.
He shoved him all the way to the wind, and then Johnny ducked to the bottom and grabbed second. You know, you saw him under the line as he come across the start-finish line, under the yellow line, but he made that pass on the racetrack. You can't improve your position by going under the yellow line. He was above the yellow line when he made that pass. He just finished it under the yellow line.
Are you ready? Green flag, green flag.
If they don't get by Jeff Gordon before they come around the next time, they will not pass it. And Michael Waltrip.
Jeff Green is involved.
Jeff Gordon spinning down the inside.
Gordon is in the grass. They're racing for the lead at the head of the pack, double wide.
Stay below the white line. You got some people out there. There you go.
Sterling Marlin, he's got damage. He must have hit Gordon.
And here comes Ward Burton on the outside. He's got
Back around, track's clear.
With Elliott Sadler giving him some help. Here's Jeffrey Bodine trying to help the 40 car.
Caution flag is out. This could be the race to the finish of the Daytona 500.
You'll see some rubbing here, I'm sure, getting back to the line. This may be it.
6 cars sprinting toward the caution flag. Marlin inside, seeking his third 500 win. Ward Burton trying to get his first victory. 2 Dodges, drag racing back to the caution flag. Who's going to get there first? Marlin by a nose.
I think what happened was Sterling Marlin went down to go underneath Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon went to put the block on, and he went across the nose of Sterling Marlin's car, and that's what spun him out.
The race is not over. They're going to red flag the event. They're going to stop the field, restart the race, and try and settle it.
We see him, Jeff Gordon, bring them down really, really slow. And then Mark Martin runs in the back of Michael Waltrip. And
now watch here, Sterling Marlin goes underneath of Jeff. Jeff goes down, tries to run the black block on Sterling, and runs across the nose.
But Marlin was below that yellow line, wasn't he? That's out of bounds.
Right.
Will they penalize Sterling Marlin there?
Okay, go ahead, Alan.
Now watch the yellow line on the... No, you won't see it. Well, yeah, we will.
He was down there.
Jeff does a pretty good job down on the grass.
You got some people out there.
The car...
Sterling Marlin is jumping out of his car. He's going around to look at the right front fender. But, he can't do that.
You can't work on your car under the red flag. That's the NASCAR rule.
Pull it off a little bit.
You're not allowed to work on your car under the red flag.
NASCAR's determination on this deal with the yellow line is, since the yellow had dropped, they say that what was happening was the 40 car went down underneath the yellow line to avoid the accident. He was not gaining any positions.
Okay.
He went down under the yellow line to avoid the accident?
He went down to the yellow line. When the yellow was out, Jeff had checked up. Everybody was slowing down, and they decided that the 40 car went down underneath Jeff's car. The yellow was already out at this point now, so he couldn't advance his position anyway.
He could race him back to the yellow.
He could race him back to the line. They had taken the green flag. They could race him back to the line.
So, well,
they decided that as the wreck was happening at the start-finish line, the 40 car went down. Jeff was down there. He was avoiding Jeff, and there's one shot. Actually, you can see when Jeff was coming down, he was coming back up the track, and Sterling came back up the track, but that's what they called.
And let's make clear, you just walked over to NASCAR Race Control to ask that, and that's the answer you got.
Right. So why is he going to the end of the longest line, Sterling Marlin?
He's going to the end of the longest line, but it would be for working on the car
during a red.
Under the red flag.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So no penalty for going below the line, but the penalty to the end of the longest line is for working on the car under the red.
Right. Exactly. Not the yellow line is not an issue.
Okay.
It's for working on the car during the red.
Well, Sterling, first off, can you even begin to describe your side of the controversy?
No, I mean, it's a Daytona 500, and you're going to try to win the thing, and laid back, try to get a run on Jeff, and as soon as he got across the line, hooked left, and got up his quarter panel, and his deal is he's going to try to block, and if I was in his shoes, I'd try to block too, and we just hooked together, hooked bumpers, and he spun out, and I went on and got my fender on the tire. So we tried to get it pulled off, but NASCAR didn't like it. Let's go to the rear.
Did you question that? I mean, them questioning you, messing with the fender?
Well, I seen Earnhardt doing it at Richmond one time, so I cleaned his windshield off, so I thought it was okay. I don't guess it was.
I guess not. Sterling Marlin nearly winning here in Daytona, Alan. Disappointed.
Rafael Lessard now getting a big push from Ben Rhodes, while Trevor Bayne is giving a shove to Stuart Friesen. It's the final lap at Talladega for the Gander trucks.
It is all on the line. These guys are pushing. They're not worried about it anymore, about saving this or saving that. This is wide open, 3, 4 wide. Everybody's changing lanes. Lassard sideways is the leader on the inside.
Oh, Ben Rhodes trying to keep it gathered up. Some contact, and now around goes Friesen.
Will they stay green?
Ankrum is around as well.
So is Eckes. Oh, the yellow is out.
And the caution has come out.
And as they're scored, I have Friesen on my board, but I don't see him.
Raphael Lassard.
Where'd he go?
Was out there at the front as well. That's Lassard and Trevor Bayne running as the top two. And there's Austin Hill getting out of his truck as it's on fire.
And as we stand right now, Ankrum is in. And Eckes is out.
There's why you didn't see Friesen. And that's
he was leading.
That's where our
so there was 2 different wrecks.
Christian Eckes there in the 18. They'll have to go to the video and also check the scoring loops.
I think if I had to, I hate to speculate, but I think the Ford truck of Raphael Lassard had control of the race when the caution flew, but we'll have to see. Trevor Bayne thought he did. He drove around Lassard going to the checkered.
Tough break for Friesen.
Really tough break.
Wow.
For Christian Eckes as well.
Boy, and for Raphael Lassard, how big it is, and he has been declared the winner. The 4 of Raphael Lassard, the young Canadian, the 19-year-old from Quebec, gets his first career win, and he does it at Talladega.
What's going through your head as there's nothing between you except some feet?
Yeah.
And the
it was
flag.
I don't know who was behind me, but he gave me a heck of a push. I can't thank him enough because he's part of that win too. He pushed me as hard as he could, and I was just holding on for the ride, and damn, the caution came out at the right time, and I'm so happy. It's my first time doing a burnout after a win, so man, I loved it. Hopefully I can do it some more.
Dodging to the hindsight. Crawford goes down low. He tries to make a pass as they're coming to the line. It's Rick Crawford making the pass, and Crawford wins the Daytona 250.
This is Victory Lane, Daytona. We're going to be here all night long.
And clearly he's below the yellow line. It's non-debatable if he was below it or not. And so NASCAR's got to make the call. If they don't make that call tonight, then it's chaos tomorrow night.